As the Formula One season heads into its final stretch, McLaren has found itself at the center of a major talking point. The team is not just making headlines for their speed on track. They are also in the news because of what their boss, Zak Brown, has been saying about how they will handle their two drivers. These comments have sparked reactions from the Verstappen family and have led to a lot of debate in the paddock. The main question is simple. Will McLaren's commitment to treating both drivers fairly end up costing them the championship? Zak Brown runs McLaren Racing, and he has made his position very clear. He says the team will not pick one driver over the other. Both Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri will be treated as equals, even though the championship is coming down to the wire. This is not the normal way teams operate when they are fighting for a title. Usually, teams will throw all their support behind one driver to give them the best shot at winning. But Brown is doing things differently. He insists that both of his drivers are number one, and they will be free to race each other all the way to the final race. Why is Brown taking this approach? The answer lies in McLaren's history. Brown keeps bringing up the 2007 season. That year, McLaren had two very fast drivers, Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso. But instead of working together, they fought against each other. The team became divided, and the atmosphere turned toxic. In the end, both Hamilton and Alonso lost the championship by just 1 point. The winner was Kimi Räikkönen, who drove for Ferrari. Brown has said he would rather see that same situation happen again than force one of his drivers to give up their chance at the title. For Brown, the 2007 season is a lesson in what not to do. The infighting between Hamilton and Alonso did not just cost them the title, it also damaged the team. Brown does not want to create that kind of environment again. He believes that if McLaren is going to lose the championship, it should be because another team was faster, not because they made bad decisions inside their own garage. Brown has been very direct about his thinking. He says that forcing one driver to help the other would be unfair. Right now, Norris and Piastri are very close in the points. Telling one of them to step aside would mean crushing their dream of becoming world champion. Brown thinks that goes against everything racing stands for. His view is that McLaren should race hard and race fair. If they lose, but at least they will have done it the right way. This stance has gotten mixed reactions. Some people think Brown is doing the right thing. They say it shows integrity and respect for both drivers. But others think he is being too idealistic. They argue that when you are this close to winning a championship, you have to do whatever it takes. The debate has only gotten louder as the season has gone on. Then, Jos Verstappen got involved. Jos made some public comments that added fuel to the fire. He focused on Oscar Piastri and the sudden change in his performance. Earlier in the year, Piastri was the one leading the championship. He looked like the favorite to win it all. But in recent races, everything has flipped. Lando Norris has taken over, and Piastri has struggled. Jos Verstappen said he finds this very strange. He pointed out that a driver as talented as Piastri does not just forget how to drive overnight. His comments suggested that maybe Lando Norris is getting better treatment from the team. Jos admitted he does not have any proof of this, but he said the situation does not look good. It raises questions. Jos went even further. He said that if he were Piastri, or if he were Piastri's manager Mark Webber, he would be demanding answers from the team. He used the phrase "slam a fist on the table" to describe what Piastri should be doing. Jos argued that if Piastri stays quiet, people will start to think he cannot handle the pressure. That would be bad for his career and his reputation. These comments from Jos Verstappen put even more pressure on McLaren and on Piastri himself. McLaren's team principal, Andrea, responded to all the speculation. He gave a technical explanation for why Piastri has been struggling. Stella said it has nothing to do with the team playing favorites. Instead, it is about the type of tracks they have been racing on. The recent circuits in Austin and Mexico City. Both have very low grip. The surface is slippery, and the cars slide around a lot. Stella explained that Piastri's natural driving style does not work as well on these low-grip tracks. Most young drivers have a style that is very specific. It works great in some conditions, but struggles in others. Piastri is still learning how to adapt. The low-grip tracks require a softer touch. You have to be more careful with how you turn into corners and how you get back on the power coming out. Piastri is working on this, but it takes time. Stella said the team sat down with Piastri and went through all the data and video. They found some small changes they could make to the car's setup. They also found some adjustments Piastri could make to his driving. Stella praised Piastri for how he handled the feedback. He said the young driver applied what they discussed, and his race pace in Mexico was much better. The problem was that Piastri spent most of the race stuck in traffic, so the improvement did not show in the final result. Stella also said, "This is all part of Piastri's development. Every driver goes through challenges like this. The key is to learn from them and come out stronger." Stella is confident that Piastri will bounce back, but he also knows it will take effort from both the driver and the engineers. This is part of McLaren's long-term plan. They are not just thinking about this season. They are thinking about the future. So where does this leave McLaren? The team is in a very difficult position. They are fighting for the championship, but they are doing it with two drivers who are still racing each other. This means they could end up taking points away from each other every time Norris and Piastri battle on track. There is a risk that one or both of them could lose positions that could let Max Verstappen sneak closer. The championship standings tell the story. Lando Norris is the lead McLaren driver right now, but Oscar Piastri is not far behind, and Max Verstappen is close enough that he could still win it. All the points are so tight that a single mistake or a single brilliant performance could change everything. This is what makes the final races so exciting, but it also makes McLaren's decision to let their drivers race freely so risky. The final races will test everything McLaren believes in. If they win the championship, while keeping both drivers happy and treated fairly, it will be a huge statement. It will show that you can win the right way. It will prove that fairness and success can go hand in hand. But if they lose by a small margin because their drivers took points from each other, people will question whether Brown made the right call. Critics will say that Brown put principles ahead of results. They will argue that in a sport where winning is everything, you cannot afford to be too fair. The outcome will shape how teams think about driver management in the future. It could change the way the sport operates for years to come. For now, all eyes are on McLaren. The pressure is coming from every direction. Zak Brown is standing firm on his principles. Andrea Stella is working to get the best out of both drivers, and the drivers themselves are trying to focus on the racing. The final races will decide if this approach was brilliant or if it was a mistake. One thing is certain, the drama off the track has made this championship fight even more interesting. With all of this in mind, what do you think awaits McLaren for the rest of the season? Let us know in the comments down below, and if interested, click on the video appearing at your screen right now.